Hey everyone, JJB here, bringing you guys another VGC Battle Spot Wi-Fi battle session thing. That's apparently the intro to this. Haven't thought of a better one and I can't seem to come up with one on the spot, so yeah. As you can see from the screen, using the same team that we used in the last episode, Zapdos, Lando-T, Fini, Kangaskhan, Milotic and Kartana. Forgot to put sounds on, there we go. So hopefully we can find ourselves an opponent fairly quickly. Rating of 1535 from Italy. And they've got a team of Landorus, Pelipper, Swampert, Ferrothorn, the weird cat thing from Gen 6, which I really can't remember the name of, Meowstick maybe, and Lurantis. So we're seeing that they've got a bit of a rain team. Contrary Lurantis is a thing now. With the Landorus as well. Okay, so they've got rain, obviously, which is something that we've got no form of weather control on our team, so we can't really stop that. But what we can do is threaten it. So I think I quite like Kartana as a lead here. We can smack the Swampert, obviously, with a Leaf Blade. I like Mega Kangaskhan as well. So let's go with that. Zapdos is obviously going to be really useful against this team. And I think I quite like Landorus as a Intimidator and a Z-move user. Intimidate against the contrary though. Maybe not the best. Maybe we'll go with something different. Let's go with Milotic for this game. Why not? I feel like Milotic's probably the weakest link here, to be honest. I went Milotic over the Fini because Milotic's got Ice Beam, which is really good against the Lurantis and the Landorus. Fini's just got Moonblast and Muddy Water, so not as, well, potentially not as useful. So Kartana and Kangaskhan against their lead of Pelipper Swampert. Okay. But what I like here is fake outing the Pelipper to stop them from getting up a Tailwind, and then just Leaf Blading the Swampert. I really don't see any issues with that as a turn, to be honest. We'll Mega and we'll fake out the Pelipper. I mean, even if the Pelipper protects, it's not going to be not going to get up a Tailwind, which is really what we're trying to stop here. So Swampert Megas as well, obviously it wants to get that Swift Swim. Yeah, I think last week, beginning of this week, and throughout last week we were using a rain team with a Swampert on as well. So, if you guys want to see a team using this, make sure to go back and check out those videos. And we see there that the Swampert protected, so our Leaf Blade does nothing. There we go, right into the protect. But we see the Pelipper also there goes last after the Kartana. So, again, I really don't see any issue here with going for a Leaf Blade into that Swampert slot. He might want to swap in something like the Ferrothorn or the Lurantis, but if he does, then it means we've sort of nullified the threat of the Swampert for now, and we can stall out some of the rain turns. Which is, really what, that's a good thing for us, if we can get Swampert outside of the rain. So he does swap out, and he's going out into the Lurantis like we expected he might do. And we do a Leaf Blade out into that. It's going to do negligible damage, maybe up 25% maybe. And we do get the return off into the Pelipper, which is enough to KO, which is really good for us. It means that there's that Tailwind. Tailwind option has gone for the game. And we see a Meowstick. Now I have no idea what this wants to do, but I know it does get Fake Out. So it's going to potentially want to fake out the Kartana slot. I think we're just going to protect that slot, and then we're going to go for the Ice Punch onto the Lurantis. I can see it wanting to fake out the Kartana potentially. It depends on who he considers the biggest threat really, but I want to try and preserve the Focus Sash that we have on our Kartana. Okay. Ice Punch does nothing. Has he got screens maybe? Trick Room, okay. Well, I'm sort of okay with that, really. I think we're just going to Leaf Blade the Meowstic and Ice Punch the Lurantis. It depends what kind of Lurantis he is. I know, Charm. To boost the attack of the Lurantis. Okay. That's very interesting. And Superpower, that's going to be going into the Kartana. Luckily, we do have the Focus Sash. It's an interesting play from our opponent there. He does get another boost to his attack and his defense. But Ice Punch is still going to do a pretty big amount of damage, I'd expect. Or into berry range. Okay, well this Lurantis could cause us a big problem now then. And we do Leaf Blade out into that Meowstic, which I'm hoping is enough to pick up a kill. Not quite. Okay, well it's interesting now then for sure. Another Charm combination is going to really screw with us. So I think I'm going to protect the Kartana here, and then I'm going to go for that Ice Punch again onto the Lurantis slot. I think my laptop's just about to run out of charge actually, but if I just lean over here, flip that on, we should get some battery back, which is always good. So we do see another Charm into that Lurantis, so the Lurantis is sitting at +6 now. And it goes for a Superpower into Kangaskhan this time, okay. The red's like a book. The rain dies, which means that we've had, well, we're on like at least the 5th turn maybe. I'm going to go Zapdos. At this point we just really need to stall this Trick Room. Banded Lurantis maybe if it's going for Superpower? I doubt it. So there's still 2 turns of Trick Room left, which is, really not very good for us. So we're going to Sacred Sword the Lurantis, and I guess our only other option is to go for the Heat Wave. Thing is I don't think the Lurantis can kill both mons. It does set up the Rain Dance, which is a really useful bit of tech for it actually. Nullifies the Heat Wave from our Zapdos. And we see a Superpower into the Kartana. Okay. Well, I think they've got us. I think this Meowstic and Lurantis combination's actually won the game for our opponent. Heatwave the Lurantis dodges anyway. That's so incredibly annoying. And we see that the Heatwave does nothing in the rain. Well, at this point then I think the Lurantis just sweeps through the team. We're going to click Ice Beam and we're going to click Thunderbolt. But I don't really see that we can do anything else at this point. If we'd have doubled up onto that Lurantis on the turn that we Ice Punched, we could have done some good damage. So it's going to lower the attack of Zapdos. That really means nothing. And we see a knockoff onto Zapdos, which is enough to pick up the kill. The question here is whether our Ice Beam is enough to KO the Lurantis. And it's not, but the Trick Room does leave. So potentially now, if we outspeed, we can go for another Ice Beam. We're going to have to. I imagine the Lurantis here just protects some Trick Rooms. Yeah. The thing is, though, we couldn't risk it, because if we targeted down the Meowstic on that turn, we may have picked up the KO. But then, if the Meowstic was, say, going to go for a Charm or something instead, then we'd be, really screwed. So we've got to click Ice Beam again. We've got no other option. We see Charm. That's actually going to give us a competitive boost, so if we do survive this, we could potentially do some work. Leaf Blade is going to body us. +6 Leaf Blade, probably a crit as well. Nah. Okay, so we lost against a real, I don't want to say novelty team, but it is a bit of a gimmick though that we weren't ready for. What I'd feel like is if it was a best of 3, if it was an official VGC tournament, say, we'd know what we're to expect from that Meowstic and what to expect from the Lurantis. and we'd deal with it a lot better. But in a best of one format, especially on something like Battle Spot, must be doing really well for our opponent there. I had no idea what to expect from the Meowstick, and in the end that cost us that game. It's very frustrating. What should we go for? I think Ho-Oh. Let's find Ho-Oh. Where is it? Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh. There we go. We find ourselves an opponent with a rating of 14.99 from Japan. And they've got a team of orange things down the left and blue things down the right. That's my laptop telling me that apparently we're not actually on charge. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. So we see that they've got a team of Charizard, Raichu and Landorus, Aegislash, Fini and Nihilego. So what do we like for this team? I just love leading Kangaskhan. It does apply a lot of pressure. And I like Landorus as a lead here as well. I think if we go Landorus and Kangaskhan, does that do well? I think it does. And we've got super effective moves for a lot of his mons. Yeah, okay, let's go with that. And then I quite like do I like Zapdos? Lightning Rod on the Raichu, immunity in the form of the Landorus. So Zapdos might not be the best idea for us. I think we're going to go Milotic and Zapdos. Bring in Milotic for that competitive boost if we can get it off against the Landorus. I'm desperate for Milotic to do something. Like I said in the last episode, I do feel like it's probably the odd one out on this team. It doesn't seem to fit as well as the others, and it doesn't really work so well with having the Fini there and having sort of double weaknesses to electric and to grass and things. So before the next episode we might change that around a little bit, but for the time being we're going to stick with it. And we see that our opponent leads with a Raichu and a Tapu Fini. So it pops Misty Surge, we've got the Intimidate off, that's fairly useless. It doesn't mean that the Raichu's Fake Out's not going to be doing much, but I doubt it would anyway. And what I quite like here is just nuking the Fini on this first turn. So if we smack it with a Z move, and we don't really need to do that, do we? Let's Rock Slide and Mega Evolve Fake Out the Fini slot. Raichu's probably got Hidden Power Ice thinking about it for the Landorus. If it has, then I'm a bit stuck there. But I'd imagine it's probably going to want to go for Fake Out. That tends to be what Raichus do on the first turns. Yeah, Fake Out onto Kangaskhan, that's okay really. We'll see a Rock Slide come out. If we can flinch the Fini, that would be really good. And it just goes straight up for Scald onto the Landorus. I think we'll survive that, unless it's a Specs Fini, which that says to me that it very well may be. And it gets the burn! Oh man! Well, that's going to be enough to KO us. Oh, what a terrible first turn that is for us. Well, we're forced to go out into Zapdos then, because we don't want to bring in Milotic against the Raichu. So I think what we're going to do here is we're going to click Tailwind, and we're going to click Return onto that Raichu slot. We can't be going for Electric type moves while that Raichu is around. And the Raichu goes, why is everything using Charm? When did Charm become a piece of the meta? When did that happen? I'm going to get bodied by Charm. Vega's going to come out. Does nothing to Raichu, and it's got Recovery Berry. Man, we're getting wrecked this video. And the Fini starts setting up Calm Minds. Oh, this is going to cause us big problems. Well, we have no choice here but to go for a Heat Wave with Zapdos. We need to try and just get enough damage on this Raichu. And I guess return onto the Raichu again. we need to KO it so that Zapdos can start smacking Fini with electric-type moves, but of course with Fini being able to set up Calm Minds, there's really not a lot we can do here. No, this is a terrible episode for you guys, I'm so sorry. Taking a lot of time to think here, so it's possible that they might want to do something different with the Raichu other than just Charm again. But we will see. He does swap out, and he goes out into the Charizard here. Nice and shiny. It can take negligible damage from, you know, all of this. Does absolutely nothing. And return is going to do a pittance amount of damage as well. Yeah, nothing. And the Fini Moonblast is presumably going for that Zapdos, because the Kangaskhan's muted at this point. And we see that it does over 50%. So we've got to Thunderbolt that Fini, and I sort of just want to keep Kangaskhan in, to be honest. And return on the Fini slot as well, I think. I think it's got the Recovery Berry. Yeah, I think this opponent just playing on tilt from that first game. Charm, Meowstic. Charm, Rain Dance, Meowstic. Yeah, that was a team built around the, you know, built around the Lurantis there, obviously. I thought we had it when we bodied the Pelipper and the Swampert at the beginning of the game. I thought we, you know, really had that game. Turns out not so much. There we go. So we see a Thunderbolt come off onto the Fini. It's just enough to bring outside of berry range. However, this return's probably going to do it. Yeah. See, if we weren't charmed. And see the Fini Moonblast. It's got to be going for that Zapdos again, surely. Yeah. So that is going to KO. And it means that all we've got left now is our Milotic, which is not going to be able to stand up to a Solar Beam Charizard. I'm assuming it's Charizard Y. So I think we... Well, we've lost, really, haven't we? If we Schooled Fini and return Fini, you know, we're not going to be able to win this. They've got 4 Mons left. We've got a Kangaskhan that's on, you know, -2 attack, I think. What we really need here is for them to suddenly want to stop in their Landorus, give Milotic a competitive boost and pop its Adrenaline Orb, and then we can just sweep from there, but that's really never going to happen. So it's Charizard Y, so Scald's going to be doing negligible damage. Yeah, we just really got sort of screwed, really, on this game. I don't know what we should have done differently. No, we actually crit the return, so that's decent. Kangaskhan's trying to say sorry for letting us down by getting charmed. And we see Scald into the Charizard, which isn't quite enough to pick up a kill. And the Solar Beam is going to smack the Milotic, I assume. Yeah, looks like it. Let me live that way. No. Oh, we get critted. Oh, man. I was going to say, because the ranges that everything is there, we could have Sucker Punched the Charizard to KO on the next turn. Maybe recovered with the Milotic. And we see the Raichu come in. It's going to fake out, and we're going to get bodied by a, you know, Overheat or Heat Wave or something. We've just clicked Sucker Punch on Charizard. If we can... Let me see Faint. That's okay. Does a tiny little bit of damage. We get a Sucker Punch off. Should be enough to KO the Charizard. Yep. So Kangaskhan's doing some work here. It's trying its best to pull this game back for us. And we see a Nihilego. So yeah, we can't really touch Nihilego, to be honest. And I mean, we can try. We can go for a Ice Punch on it. Sure. See another Charm. It's going to just lower its attack to the point at which, you know, Kangaskhan is better off just sneezing at our opponents. Doesn't even need to bother Ice Punching or anything. And Sludge Bomb's going to come out. Kangaskhan eats it like a boss, though. Let's get a lucky freeze. Freeze. Not this time. We've still got more goes though. Alright, if we can freeze the Nihilego for like 30 turns, and then crit the Raichu. Nah, it's not happening. Okay, yeah, we lose. Man, that's such a frustrating couple of games. The first game was really, you know, in a best of 3 situation was really avoidable. I can't even remember the beginning of that game. I know the Raichu screwed us with the Charm. We might have been better off just not tailwinding the Zapdos and just going for the Thunderbolt straight onto the Fini. Oh no, we couldn't do that because the Raichu was around. So maybe swapping out into the... Wait, no, what did we lead with? We led with Landorus and Kangaskhan, didn't we? And then we got Burn, Death. Yeah, I remember. Man, really unfortunate. Yeah, sorry for such a shoddy couple of battles for today then, guys, but we've learnt some stuff from it, and as I say, I think the first game at least we would have won overall in a best of 3, knowing sort of the gimmick of the Meowstic and the Lurantis. That second game I've just written off completely. I don't care about that game. I'm playing on such tilt from losing that first game. But yeah, thank you guys for watching if you've made it through all of that. If you want to see some more battles where I fail miserably, and also some where I do really well, then make sure you subscribe to keep up to date with all my future videos. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the comment section.